Hello, welcome to Emmanuel's Promise Farm. So this video is mainly for our grandchildren. We had sent them a video a couple weeks ago about bees and to learn about bees. We are going to go into a venture this time to try to raise bees. So we've come back from the post office. Our bees have arrived. They came in this little bee bus or bee box. So we have gathered all our equipment that we need to put them into the brooder. So what we're going to do is we want to show the grandkids this process. So we have to get on our bee suits. So we're going to get on our bee suits and go through the steps as we do it here so that they can see. We've planted a garden here for the bees. We've put up fence and electric wire because deer were coming in to eat the flowers that we had put down, and also there's coyotes in our area, and not sure, we're in southeast Georgia. There could be bears and raccoons and possums and rabbits, all kinds of things that could come in and destroy our flower garden that we've started here. So we've planted perennial plants that are attracting for bees, and so we'll just pause it here and get on our bee suits. So grandkids, we're going to be looking like spacemen and spacewomen here in a second. Hang on and we'll be right back. Hi grandkids, here's SAFTEY. We got our bee suit on, so every part of us is covered to keep from bee stings, to keep safe. Saba, you'll see Saba in a minute. He's finishing getting on his last glove. So we're gonna have a call out to
hey guys,
to everybody. Kirsten, Marlena, Ivy, Cole, Nora,
Ivy,
Ivy,
Lilith,
Leah,
and Kirsten.
Yeah,
Don't forget Kirsten.
Yeah, I did Kirsten first,
Okay.
so I wouldn't forget.
All right.
So this welcome to Emmanuel's Promise Farm. Like we said earlier, these videos are for our grandkids. We want to teach them how to be beekeepers as we learn. So we have our bees here. We're about to take off the top. We're going to spray them with some sugar water syrup real lightly, and we're going to put it on the lightest mist that we can get. We're going to put it over the brood box because we don't want, if it would come out, test it and make sure, test it. You want the lightest spray that you could get, and I think we need to adjust our camera so that we can, there we go. So the purpose of spraying the bees is to calm them down, and it'll also give them a little fix it again, because so you don't want to wet them too much because it'll drown them. So you want to spray them very, very lightly, and then probably on the other side too. And then we're also going to get our smoker going because the smoke calms the bees down and keeps them from letting out a scent. Letting out a scent to
Now it's coming out.
yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so we're going to get the smoker going. I'm going to let Saba do that because he's good with that part. And so we are obviously brand new to beekeeping. So we're learning as we go. We've been watching videos to educate ourselves of what equipment we need and what to do. You want to have your smoker going at all times because if once we let the top off of this and start putting the bees in, there's a possibility that they can, go everywhere because this is new to them. They came all the way from North Georgia in the post office.
Well, these are the Italian North Georgia bees.
Yes, Italian North Georgia bees.
Yeah, so they're native to Georgia.
And they come from, let's see, Mountain Sweet Honey Company. We give a shout out to manager L. David Williams. And this is, it comes with an apiary health certificate. And so, we'll see how these bees do. Let's see, pull it all the way to the top. This is banana leaves from our banana trees. We use everything. So we're going to lightly smoke ourselves so that that kind of helps. And we're going to lightly smoke the bees just before we get them out. Right, we got to smoke the bees first.
So I can grant that you can see it. Hope you guys can see this. I'm going to check the camera.
Okay, we got to get the frames out, baby. Hold on 1 second before you take that off.
These come from the APPAREL health certification. Okay. So when
Be careful, that's the strap.
I know.
You want that to stay over here?
I don't think that's going to work.
So what we're trying to do now, the queen is attached to a string, and we're undoing that.
Okay, we got that on there.
And there's a can in there. The can has sugar syrup in it, and that's what the bees have been living on because they were mailed on the 14th. So we want to inspect the queen. So we bring her up to the camera. So the queen is supposed to be the biggest one in there, and I see her actually. She's the biggest one with the big fat tail, and those other are her helper ones. So we got to get this cork out of the end so that they can get her out of there. And there's a candy plug. See that, the white part? That's the candy plug, and they're going to eat her out of there, and so that they can free her. And so we're going to get this cork out.
The thing is really cheap.
Okay, so the cork is out. You can see right here, I've taken the cork out. And now all we got to do is attach the queen in, and then we'll put the bees in. You got your staple gun, Saba?
Mm-hmm.
You got Okay. All right.
So you mentioned something about spraying sugar on those, get them started.
They say you can spray the hives with sugar water, and that'll help get them going to make their comb.
That's
That goes in the back, right? You took it out of the back.
you never numbered it.
No.
But I was just going to drop it here.
No, these gonna go up the front. Yeah, just put it right behind that one. Okay, and then we'll spray this one at some time. And then we're going to spray these that are going in there because you want your bees to stay in the middle.
Can't put that on the
Okay, we're going to make sure our smoker's going again. We're going to smoke one more time, and then we'll tap the bees down, and then we'll release them out of the box into this space that we've made over here in the brooder. Sugar syrup in here. Do not bump the table. Where's the bee brush? Just brush them in there one quick swoop. Okay, so now we're going to put the top on this. You want them all over? You put that one on, and then
This is the what?
that's the queen excluder. What that does is it keeps the queen from coming out. They'll eat her out of that cage, but yet she can't come up out from there. But the other bees can come out and go forage and, you know, go to the flowers and get nectar. And
So you know that they eat pollen, or they go gather pollen and they turn that into nectar.
and yeah,
What is this?
that is the box that's going to help the feeding box. We're got to give them sugar water because there's one on the top there. We're going to give them sugar water to help them because they're brand new and they've been not without food for a couple days in the mail. I mean, they had that sugar water can, but it's about empty, I think.
You can see how it's trying to, I guess, either sting me or.
No, they're well, yeah, maybe they're irritated. So yeah, the stinger came out. So we need to get done and get going here. So we're gonna put the sugar feeder on here and get the top on real quick. Going in there. Now where's the top that goes to that? That'll be this will be good. Make sure there's none in here. Okay, good, none are in there. And then this goes on. They say with that the brush, the sweeper brush, you have to do one quick sweep because if you keep doing little sweeps, it makes them aggressive.
That sugar in there already.
And then the roof goes on, is that correct? Yep. Make sure there's none in there. Is it empty? Was it empty?
What?
This box. Was it empty? Is there any bees inside of there?
No, they're gonna.
Okay, so now the bees are in there. All these loose bees that are flying around, what they're doing now is they're doing what we call the Bee Waggle Dance, which they're orientating, they're flying around in circles and around in circles. This is their new home, so they're establishing themselves in their new home. So there's a few bees that are left in the box. They'll find their way into the bee box because the queen lets off a certain scent so that the other bees can smell her and they want to protect her. So now they're just flying in circles and flying in circles, and eventually they'll go all into the box. So
we'll show them a picture of the front or a video of the front?
Yeah, we'll show you the front. Here's all the flowers that we planted. And the bees, their way to get in and out is in the, I'll show you in a second. Let me walk over there. So these are all the flowers that we planted for the bees. And the deer came in and ate some of them, so now they can't get in. See all the flowers down here? And these are flowers especially for bees. They'll grow big. You'll see as they grow. So this is the leftover bees out of here, out of the bee box that they were mailed in. They'll eventually go in this little hole. You see those two sticks? Right in the middle of those two sticks is a hole. And that's the only way in and out of the bee box now. So they'll find out that sugar water's in there and they'll be going in to get that.
Well, there's a little window on the side that we can actually watch them.
Yeah, let me come over there. But then the bees, you're going to keep that closed, baby, because the bees can go in there. You don't want them in there.
Yeah, I'm just going to show you.
Okay. Alrighty. We're going to pause it for right now. If I can, because I have a glove on.